G'day, beautiful people. JBS here with a short video on this 5G summit. Now, I'm not sure if you, like me, have received, must be 8 or 10 emails from affiliate marketers and other people interested in getting everyone to sign up. It's great. It's great to see so much interest and so many people. But I thought I'd share just a short video on how I got involved, why I got involved, and maybe some highlights of some speakers that I think are worth listening to. So let me quickly share this screen so we can go through it. Let's share this one. So the summit is organised by Josh DeSol. Josh DeSol is a friend of mine, amazing guy. He did that documentary called Take Back Your Power. If you haven't seen it, it's free. It's a must watch. It's about smart meters and RF and a whole range of health effects. It is brilliant, one of the best ever made, and I'd highly recommend it. So Josh called me and said, I'm doing this summit. I've got these amazing speakers. Can I run through all the people I've got so far? So he ran through them all, and I was impressed. I was seriously impressed. And he asked me what's missing. And there were three areas that I thought he needed to add a few more people. One was technology. A lot of people get very confused about 5G. 5G does not mean millimeter waves. Millimeter waves have been around since 1970. They are not a new invention. 5G, in essence, is better computing capabilities, faster digital processing signals, and a whole host of other technology incorporated into it. The other area that was missing was mitochondria. Like, I'm a professional mitochondriac. Of course, I'm going to say that's missing. And the third area was Ray Bromhill's work, which we'll talk about in a minute. So he was in a desperate hurry and said, Jason, well, you're going to have to fill the gap. And I said, well, I can't fill the gap for Ray, but I can definitely do the others for him. So I did. I'm very happy with what he's done to date, and I think this one's worth participating. I don't like these summits. I don't have 40 hours free to listen to all these experts talk about a topic. But this one is worth buying. This one, I think, as you'll see as we quickly go through the schedule. I'm not going to talk about every speaker because I want this to be short, but day one, what a lineup. Look at this, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. That's JFK's nephew. He is an attorney that's been working in the anti-vax kind of area, to someone with a high depth of knowledge in the regulatory environment and with issues of significance like the 5G rollout is. Deborah Lee Davis, she is the longest running campaigner, educator, health person that I know working in the field of electromagnetic frequencies. She is a dynamo and obviously worth listening to. Skipping through, Paul Hero, a great guy. He's the one who taught me everything to do with the difference between AC and DC electricity. Direct current is what we really want. We ended up with alternate current, and that's why we have dirty electricity and a whole host of other problems in our power system. So he'd be definitely worth listening to. Not sure how this guy got on there, but anyway, here I am, and right next to one of the legends in the industry, Dr. Martin Powell, I should say. Yeah, Dr. Powell's paper in 2013 on the voltage-gated calcium channels was one of the best papers we needed to show the biological mechanisms of the effects of these electromagnetic fields, these artificial electromagnetic fields on human biology. There are other biological mechanisms which I've learned through Dr. Jack Cruz, which I think are even more important, but definitely Martin Powell, what a legend in the group, and he deserves our attention, definitely. I think Jai, I don't know. He's one of the co-speakers. I think not co-speaker, co-hosts. He runs, I think it's called Green Med Info, which is a magazine-style online magazine about all the different papers relating to natural therapies and medicine. Patrick Wood is a must listen to. This guy is the leading expert on technocracy, and his book on that subject is world-class. You've got to listen to this one. This is one of the best. James Corbett is a journalist, a very popular journalist with the Corbett Show. I'm sure he'll be interesting. Max Egan, he's like an outrageous activist who's running around saying 5G is a big weapon and going to kill everybody. Not my style, but highly entertaining, very good guy, very knowledgeable in his own area. A little bit out on his 5G technology knowledge, but I'm sure he's going to be entertaining to listen to no matter what. So day 3, Jerry Day, we did a lot of work on smart meters. Dr. Klinghardt, what we love about Dr. Klinghardt is that he won't see a patient unless they mitigate and address all the EMF issues in their home and their life. What a doctor to say that. He will not see you unless you address those issues. That's how important he sees them. So he'd be wonderful to listen to. I'm just going to quickly scroll through. I don't know a lot of these guys, so I don't want to comment too much. I think Wolfgang is a PMF expert. Just for the record, I'm not a fan of anything that pulsates or polarizes. Some people love it, but pulsating EMF is not my style to get well. I didn't reverse any of my 20 chronic diseases using artificial technology like that. Day 4, Kevin Modis. He's someone who's been working in the regulatory environment for a long, long time. Great speaker, very knowledgeable. And if you're an American, you definitely want to listen to that one. Just scrolling through, Ronald Melnick. Now, Ronald was involved in the NTP study. That was a study done on rats and mice, and they found cancer using 2G. And we've had 3G, 4G, now 5G, rolling on top of all these frequencies that have been out there. What's most interesting with that study is their kind of melanopsin vitamin A bonding system is very tightly coupled. Humans are loosely coupled. So the effects in that study are going to be much greater on humans than they are actually on rats, despite their small size. So very concerning, the results from that study. In fact, the RF radiation in the current bands we use, from down to the 500, 600, 700 megahertz up to the 3-4 gigahertz that we're getting now with mid-band 5G and everything in between is of great concern to me. Has been for a while, and listening to Ron's involvement with that study will be amazing. Tim will be interesting. Tim is talking about an alternative way to get data to us using fiber optics. If we went cable from go to woe, we'd be great. But unfortunately, the telco companies run cables to the big towers, and for the last mile or kilometre, they use wireless devices. The newer players coming on don't even have the infrastructure to run the cable, so they're going straight to wireless. And I'm sure he's going to have some great solutions on how we can convince some of our policy people and regulators on alternatives to getting these wireless signals stopped. Talking about stopping RF and other EMF emitters, there is no one better. I'm going to go on record, no one better in the world than Ray Bromhill. Ray Bromhill was a barrister, Australian barrister, who's been working on this issue for a number of years in the background, and he has now mastered a sequential step process, a legal process that will allow us to actually charge the company, the executives, the board members, and anyone related to sending those signals into your home or workplace and charging them with assault. This is under criminal law. This is not a he said, she said, this study showed this, that study showed that. It cuts through all the science and goes straight into criminal law, charging the offender with assault. Amazing technology. We used his process here in my hometown of Randwick in Sydney to stop the rollout of small cells, the TPG rollout of small cells. That action actually got TPG to cut 2,600 small cells throughout Australia. Gone. Didn't get built. They blamed something else, or Huawei, and not getting access to the cheaper Chinese technology, but the real reason was the work done by Ray. You have to listen to this. Everyone needs to learn, understand, and pass this process over to your local attorneys, solicitors, and related policymakers and regulators, because now we have the tool that we've been waiting for. This is really, really big news. I'll just quickly mention Olga Sheen. She's got a new book called EMF Off. I think we all want to F off most of this stuff. I love technology. I'm not giving up my smartphone for anyone because I know how to manage it. I know how to minimize my frequencies. And I know we can do this technology much more safely. But Olga's always got a bit upset and she wants to EMF off. Be fantastic to listen to Olga and her new work. Let's skip down to day 6. Martin Power's got his second talk, must listen to guy. Ty and Charlene Bollinger, they're the ones that did the Truth About Cancer documentary. Maybe they're going to announce something to do with EMF. Wouldn't that be wonderful? Skipping through, Richard Lear. Richard Lear, I mentioned him in my book, the work that my old book, the In the Dark book, not the new one that's coming out, the previous one. Richard Lear is a guy who looks at the root cause of chronic diseases using epidemiology and looking at links. A fantastic researcher, great approach, and I'm actually really looking forward to listening to that one. Let's skip down to day 7. Patrick Corbett is another, I think he's a lawyer, fighting for justice in the American courts. Ray's second talk, yeah, brilliant man. Cece, she's a wonderful lady who's doing great work with Wi-Fi in schools. And then we have Tim doing his second part on the floors with driverless cars, 5G, and a few other things. There's a lot more installed that Josh has. This is incredible value. I'm not even sure how much it is actually to join, but I'm sure it's cheap. I'll just click over to order so we can see how much it is. There's a couple of packages. Online access, $59. You get to download them all. I'd definitely buy this one. This is a keeper. There's some great speakers, and I really think this is going to be something that we need to digest and then implement in our local communities. I'm going to sign off with that. That's my summary. I look forward to communicating more with you as I do more of these videos and officially announce the launch of Mito HQ and my new career as a professional mitochondriac next month in Melbourne. So with that, I'll say goodbye. Have a great day. See ya.